Previously on Heads Up.
You bluff like more than anybody I've ever seen.
You're right, he does bluff a lot.
You need the last remaining ace in the jack.
Ooh, we needed a heart.
Show me your cards and see my reaction.
Michael.
You got an all-in over here. Good match, bro.
Welcome back to the National Heads Up Poker Championship presented by GoDaddy.com at Caesars Palace. There's no room for error in this event. Win and advance to the round of 32. Lose and check your inbox for an invite in 2010. Today, all eyes will be focused on our feature table, the ambassador of poker, Mike Sexton, and the poker brat, Phil Hellmuth. Let's get the cards in the air.
I'll tell you. I'm not seeing that. I can tell you that, bro.
Craig Hummer alongside Ali Najad at Caesars Palace, Las Vegas for the National Heads Up Poker Championship. A slew of formidable names here in the round of 64 of the Spades bracket as we prepare for the single elimination tournament. 8 tables in play at once here in the first round. We now join the action in the poker room with on your left Gabe Kaplan of Welcome Back Cotter fame, taking on defending Heads Up champ Chris Jesus Ferguson.
Chris reaching for the last piece of his trademark look, cowboy hat, trench coat, and, of course, shades.
Ferguson, Jack 6. He raises to 750. Kaplan with Jack 8.
Gabe mimicking Chris here.
The mirror image. Kaplan, well-known comedian for decades. He's going to raise to 2,500.
Both players getting a jump start here, out of the gate quickly.
One final look for Ferguson, and he folds.
They say imitation is a form of flattery, Craig, and Chris is widely regarded as one of the toughest players to read in all of poker. It's not going to hurt to carry himself like Ferguson at the table.
Here in the first round, starting chip counts for all the players, 20,000. The blinds 150 and 300. Chris Ferguson has the most wins in heads-up history at 16.
That a result, of course, of having made the finals each of the first 2 years of the event, and then finally having won it last year.
Kaplan, King-Queen, raises to 850. Ferguson, 10-8. He'll call. All diamonds on the flop.
Chris has flopped a straight here. He's got the 8 of diamonds as backup, but of course Gabe with the king of diamonds and a gutshot straight draw.
4th diamond on the board. Both players make a flush. Kaplan with the better hand.
Despite having an open-ended straight flush draw, Chris Ferguson can't like that card. He knows that any diamond bigger than the 8 in Gabe's hand, and he's beat.
Ferguson calls. Gabe's bet of 1,500, and the river pairs the board.
That adds to Chris's dilemma here. Paired boards make a full house possible.
The check from Ferguson.
Now, Chris was hoping that Gabe would check behind him here and give up on trying to represent a flush, but as it is, Gabe has the flush and is going to bet 3,500.
Ferguson calls. Kaplan takes the pot.
And it's a much bigger pot than I would have expected these two to play so early on in this match, Craig. They don't want to waste any time.
Let's head over to Leanne Tweeden, who's with our featured matchup.
Mike, you said you've respected Phil's game in the past. You consider him the best no-limit player in the world. Why?
I really do. His track record speaks for itself. Former world champion, 11 bracelets, former winner of this event. I rank Phil the number 1 seeded player in every big-time no-limit hold'em tournament.
How do you beat a guy like him?
I know how he plays. At least I'll say that much. But, you know, it's an honor to play. You know, everybody you draw against this field is tough. they're the best players in the world, so it doesn't matter who you play. It's going to be a tough match. I happen to draw the best of the best, and I'm anxious to have this opportunity to play.
And you're ready for it.
I'm ready.
All right, Phil, has it felt like more than a year since that loss against Tom last year?
I mean, that hurt. That hurt. But, that was then and this is now. And I know that Mike Sexton has been a great player since the 1980s. And one thing I know about him, he's not going to give up. So
right.
He's just not going to give up. So, I mean, I'm going to have to beat him if I can. And I think it's going to be a pretty good match for the viewers.
I know you're going to be concentrating on your table here. Are you going to be keeping one eye over on that table back there at Tom's table?
No, not at all. I mean, you have to focus on the task at hand, and then at the end of the night, if you're through, you take a look and you say, all right, I play this guy next. You take a look at who else is in the bracket, but now it's just, I'm just trying to beat this man.
All right, well, good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you.
We're just underway here in the Spades bracket with a set of high-caliber matchups still to unfold. 16 of the most prominent faces in the game, scoring off in this corner of our tournament draw. And only 8 of them can advance. It's a field featuring World Series and heads-up champions alike, where one mistake can spell immediate elimination. We'll be back with more from the National Heads Up Poker Championship after these messages.